Good evening, everybody. It's 10/23/23. Big day today. So 10/23/23. Big day for us on trading. Not such a big day for the markets. So let's jump into this Monday night recap and see how things shaped up for the day. Well, as you can see here on the daily, it would look like for most of you that there's really nothing happened on the day. SPY dropped 0.73, nothing day, really nothing happened out there. We only dropped 7% or 7 points, I should say, on SPX today. If we take a quick look at the intraday, though, here's what happened on the session. So when we opened this morning, we were on this downtrend from Friday, gapped down all the way down to really 41.90 at the open. So you can see on this chart at the open, just gap down hard, 41.90, and then a V bounce, dead back up all the way up to about 42.20, and then it just kept riding higher and higher, 42.55, and we hit those highs of the day right around 1 o'clock in the session. So these highs of the day, right around 1 o'clock in the session. MACD just ran out of steam right there. Stochastic momentum, RSI, all started just heading lower. And then we just tailed off all the way into the close on the session. So we ended up almost exactly where we started on the session, but down early, significant, broke to 4,200, which was a significant level, bounced immediately off of that, ran higher, and then tailed off on the session. Down. So there was the day. It was a pretty interesting day in the session, but the most important thing I think that happened for us, and let's just jump back into SPY here, was Volatility Day. So we talked about Vomageddon 2 a couple of days ago, and I had done a video out there on YouTube, which I talked about the fact that you were getting a gift of volatility. So I think that was back on the 18th. I did golden oil giving the gift of volatility, and they did. If you got in when I posted that video, you had a fantastic day today. So we'll talk a little bit more about that here. Overall, though, we just finished at the bottom, here of the session, down just fractionally. We did hold this previous resistance level, which is now flipped to support. So we'll continue to watch this piece as we go here, but we banked right on it, bounced off of it, and then finished lower. Could not hold the 200 moving average. MACD, RSI continuing to fall on the daily and the weekly. So really not a good technical day on the market, just continuing to sell off on the SPYs. If we look at the Qs, similar type of a thing. We are still in this I'd call it a descending wedge. We came down, bounced, finished off the lows, but the Qs did finish higher on the day. So they were up 1 point, which is 0.3%, even though MACD, RSI are falling on the daily and the weekly. So still nothing great to share there. If you look at IWM, down almost a full percentage point today, all the way back down to the bottom of this channel, past the Bollinger Band, getting close to the 3 ATR. So we are very, getting close to being very overextended, but we're not there yet. MACD falling, RSI falling, but not really in oversold territory yet. Could be some more pain on the IWM. Another somewhat bullish sign was that we dropped again on the percentage of S&P 500 companies that are above their 50-day moving average. That dropped all the way down to just 14% now, as that continues to just fall day after day here. If we look at the put call ratio, that dropped as well. So volatility dropped, and the put call ratio also dropped. So not a lot of puts being added here, a lot of calls starting to be added. So is that signaling kind of a bottom and a moving towards calls? We'll see. VIX dropped on the session. Now it had run up to 23, dropped all the way back to 19, okay, and then finished the day at 20. So VIX off of its highs, was up as high as 22 last Friday, and then VIX dropping today. Pretty good drop. So when you drop roughly 2 points on a 22. VIX was down 6% today. So nice volatility drop on VIX. If we look at the US dollar, that dropped out of this sideways consolidation range. So again, there's two ways for a rally to end. One is you break down below the uptrend. The other one is that you break out sideways from that uptrend. Either way, the uptrend is broken, but now we broke below this consolidation range as MACD and RSI breaking the 50, key level here, in my opinion. US dollar dropping a bit on the session, which is actually fairly good to see. TLT up a little bit on the session, and we've been talking about this divergence here, but if you're looking at the daily chart, on this downtrend here, RSI was not hitting new lows. So you had a big RSI divergence. We'll show you how we played this for some nice gains as well on TLT. So we've got some great things going on that end of things. All right. And then TNX, the 10-year dropping significantly today. So we tried to hit that 50 point. If we look at today's high, 49.97, so it's close to as 5% as possible, and then dropped all the way to 48.38. So pretty good day. And again, same type of a situation here that we pointed out last week was you're hitting new highs, or new recent highs here in the on the TNX, but RSI diverging lower. Good sign that you were going to get at least somewhat of a reversal here, which is what we got today. All of that was good for us. If we take a look at some of the futures, 6A up today on the Aussie dollar, 6B, really nice day up on the British pound. The Canadian dollar as well rose on the session. And then 6E, we've been talking about this one. You broke sideways out of this downtrend 2 sessions ago. We broke above the 21 EMA. We broke above the top of this previous support, which could be a resistance level that we failed at previously. So now you've got a little bit of a move going in 6E, and this was enough of a move today to hit our profit target on a strangle in 6E. So that came off today. So a nice winner on the euro. Bonds, we talked about this briefly when we were looking at TLT, but you had this really sharp descending wedge here that we broke out of strongly today. But again, you're falling, downtrending, hard downtrend, but RSI down here, complete divergence in RSI compared to the price of the underlying. So what we did this morning was we got long by selling, well, I shouldn't say we got too long, but we sold more naked puts in ZB. So now we're sitting on a bunch of naked puts in ZB. In fact, this naked put that we sold at the open when IVR was at 90 on ZB, we were up 20% in that in one day. So that's a 20% winner in one day. Pretty nice move on ZB, but this was totally a volatility play and then a reversal play on the RSI. So we played it, we hit it exactly right. We've been waiting for some of those moves. We've been starting to sell puts in here, and those paid off nicely today. Oil down on the session today. So oil dropping as well. You were in this consolidation range, tried to break out a little bit last Thursday. Friday gave back a little bit, and then today right back into the box. So you're right back in this consolidation box, not necessarily the penalty box, but you're sitting here sideways consolidating as MACD and RSI start to roll over on the daily. They've already been down on the weekly. We're at the bottom or close to it of this uptrend channel, something to watch on oil here. But what was great on oil was the fact that look at the volatility drop today. So we were as high as 48 on Friday, and we're all the way down to 41. We dropped another 5% today. So almost a 10% drop in volatility in oil. Beautiful for what we sell. So for our strangles, and that's why I told you the other day on the 18th, you're getting a gift of volatility on oil. I hope you played it. But we got a lot of naked puts in here. And even though it's dropped a bit, we're doing great. It's really seeing some of the volatility comes right out of that trend. Same type of situation on gold as well. Gold giving back a little bit. Look how extended beyond the 3 ATR we are on the daily. 1, 2, 3 sessions, including today, extended here, starting to roll over on the MACD, overbought on the RSI. But gold volatility as well. If we look at the gold volatility, look at the gap down and gold volatility. So again, up into the 1920 range, all the way back to 17 as gold volatility dropped 7% today. And again, on this move up, gold volatility was diverging lower, which told us, we were running out of that. Perfect for our gold strangles today. So we got a little bit of a reversion on price, and we got a big mean reversion on volatility. So fantastic opportunities for us as premium sellers. If we take a look at what happened on the different sectors in the market today, mostly down. XBI down 2%, XLE down 1.6%, semis just continue to take a beating, down 1.5%, oil down 1.5%, pharma down 1.5%, XRT, your retail down 1.28%, and on and on and on and on. The only things positive was tech, barely positive on the session, even though MACD, RSI heading lower. Your XLY, which is your consumer discretionary, and then your XLC, which is your communications. Those and communications held up the best on the session today, which is your Google and your Meta. And if we take a look at the individual stocks, Amazon having a good day, up 1% on the session. That's your XLY. Apple pretty much flat. That's your XL. Sorry, trying to blank on it. That's your XLK, I should say. Microsoft, also your XLK, up just about 0.8. Meta, your XLC, up 1.7. Google up 66.66. So those held up decently. Meta having a really nice day in there today. NVIDIA ran 15 points up on the session, bouncing off this trend line that we've got running here. So if you're watching this trend line, nice reversal, nice bounce off of that for NVIDIA. Tesla, pretty much even on the day. It's just holding right at the 618 fib, and it's stalled out right there, which is below the 3 ATR. Downtrending RSI, downtrending MACD. However, you are very oversold on the daily on RSI. We'll see what happens here. We got a gap to fill. We'll see how Tesla looks, but could be a decent potential reversal opportunity. Netflix continuing to hold up here a bit, and then AMD dropping back down, finishing at really this downtrend, top of the descending wedge, still hanging in there for us on a put credit spread that we have. So a decent day, just kind of hung in there till the end, and then finish lower. But MACD and RSI are heading lower. We may be heading back in, but we are right at the 200 moving average. So there's where we are on the charts. Let's take a look at how the accounts fared today. And here in the main income navigator account, unbelievably great day for us today. So Delta moved up a little bit on the day to 566, still 0.19, 0.2 of a percent is our max area that we look to stay in, and we're usually always within that. So still, I think, fairly Delta neutral. I like where we are on Delta. We have some positive Delta, so if we do get a bounce, it helps a bit here. Theta staying up there, 1981. Still very high on Theta. We have a little bit of extra risk on right now, so we have some room to take some Theta off, take some risk off. NetLick ran up over $10,000 today, so we had a $10,000 NetLick reversal. I'm not so worried about NetLick, but puts us within striking distance of an new all-time high. We got to go back at 299. We got to go back here to 304. Okay, 307 was our all-time high. So we are within another decent day like today of an all-time high in the account. Buying power pretty much stayed exactly the same, but we took in $7,100 today. Probably one of the biggest one-day gains if we go back here There's very few days. There's a $4,000 day back here, 1,100 bucks. Here's a $9,000 day. So one of the largest days, probably this. So this looks to be like our second largest day this year of trading, $7,100, putting us at 11,568 on the month. We are up almost 4% on the month so far. Okay? And we are up over 1% in the account as far as net lick goes. But like I said, I'm more concerned about realized profit. And we are now up almost $12,000 in realized profit this month so far. So heading into one of our better months. I mean, we had a $20,000 month back in January, which was pretty nice. Don't know that we'll hit that, but we still have trades sitting out there that are getting close. But let's look at what we did to gain $7,100 today. Pretty interesting what we did. And we had a long 1-hour session with our members today to cover a lot of the PDS roles and things that we did on our futures here. So first trade of the day was a call credit spread. We were in that downtrend. As soon as we made that V bottom and headed higher, I jumped into a call credit spread. We put that on for 70 cents, took it off for 50 cents or 50% winner less than 30 minutes later. So we made 350 bucks on that 0 DTE. So yet another 0 DTE winner. We'll put that on there. Next, as I mentioned a little bit ago, 6E on the move up and some volatility coming out. We were actually able to close a strangle in that for another 50% winner, 17.6% return on margin. Took 41 days, made 1,100 bucks on that. And then this is what we did with our members today. So we jumped into the platform and we made a lot of PDS adjustments on our 112s. We closed a 25 wide that we had already adjusted here for $1,700 on this 112 trade. Then we closed, or we rolled down one of our PDSs here. So we rolled down the long strike, taking in $15 on that, times 2 contracts, so another $1,525. We rolled another long put down, capturing 700, and then we rolled on this one. We rolled another long put down here for $1,700 gain. So these were all rolls and a close on what we did here today. So 3 rolls and a close on the put debit spreads. We're not talking the naked puts. Okay, the put debit spreads, which are paid for by the naked puts, all basically free trades in here, and we were able to gain just on the PDSs alone over 5,625 bucks on the 112. Knowing how to adjust, knowing what to do, knowing when to adjust these trades, knowing when to make the moves. There's probably a couple others we could do. We talked about them extensively today. Did a great video recorded session. If you want to learn how to adjust your 112s properly, not just the naked put part, but the put debit spreads to lock in profit, make some extra money on that. This is what we did last year to generate 80% return in this account last year. And this shows you what the power of the 112 is. So some great stuff here. Fantastic day. Again, overall, $7,100, putting us at 11,568 for the month. Great day. Volatility came out. Volatility is definitely our friend when we're selling it. And had a great day. All right, you guys take care. If you like this video, click that subscribe button, click the like button, join up, see what we're doing. And if you want to learn how to adjust these 112 trades, you want to learn how to put some of these other trades on, come and see what we're doing in the Discord. There's a link down below in the description. Use KING to get 50 bucks off the first month. See what we're doing. Okay, I'm telling you, people are winning big, making some great profits here. Have some fun with it. But really, it's all about education. It's all about learning. Okay, alerts are fine. I could care less about alerts. What I care about is teaching you how to fish for yourselves, learning how to trade properly. Okay, understanding how to make adjustments, understanding how to take advantage of what the market is giving you. This is what we do. This is how we're doing it out there. So if you want to join up, see what we're doing, come and join us in the Discord. It's enough for that. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.